for Romeo Rodriguez. Now he's in there doing his thing. Let's see here. Let's see, these ladies like it. This is incredible. All right, now we're going to have, the audience is going to decide here. Let's see here. Well, looks like we have a winner. Romeo Rodriguez, the winner of the dance-off. But he's offering a little note and a beat down from Chad Bartlett. Chad Bartlett, sore loser at the, during the dance-off now, come on. Hey, somebody, come on, let's put a stop to this.
You think I forgot about what happened at Winter Warfare? It's been running through my mind, the manipulation of the crowd. I had that dance competition against Romeo Rodriguez in the bag. And then you start going to bumbling and fumbling and giggling like a schoolgirl and waving to this freaking fairy running around with a handful of roses. You both make me sick. And then, of course, the people of Walmart, the idiots sitting out in the crowd, they decide that Romeo should be the winner. You go ahead, ring the bell, raise his arms up. He dances around like a lunatic, and I go to set him back into his place, to lay one on him, and what do? You get up in my face. You start waving your fingers, counting, spit coming out of your mouth, hit me in the face. You get too close. You're in my bubble. You're in my circle. You're in the danger zone now, Willie. I put the fear of God in you. I pushed you and I put you back in your place. But let me tell you something. You get in there giggling, thinking this is all a game, like you can play me. Next time you step in a ring with that loaded gun, I'll smack you till the zebra stripes fly off of your shirt.
Folks, and welcome to SOM Live. Time to get some School of Morton wrestling going down. I'm Corky McCorkle, along with the loaded gun, Chad Bartlett. Chad, you're going to be returning to action tonight against Charlie Brown III.
Yeah, Charlie Brown running his mouth last week, all mad, saying I cost him his match. How about this? How about you lose last week, you lose this week, and then I continue my domination, and I come after you, Romeo Rodriguez. I ain't forgot about you.
Well, that match coming up, as well as a continuation of Luscious Lawrence's Tug of War Challenge, where Luscious Lawrence is going to take on not one, not two, not three, but four individuals in a Tug of War Challenge all by himself. Should be pretty interesting. That and a whole lot more coming up right here tonight on SOM Live. All right, here he comes. Dangerous Dan Matthews.
The man that should still be East Tennessee heavyweight champion.
Well, it was a heck of a match on Christmas night when he faced Hank Machine Miller. And well, it was a heck of a feud between those two, between Dangerous Dan and Hank Miller, and
resulted in a concussion.
The last of that.
Resulted in a concussion for Hank the Machine Miller.
Dangerous Dan taking control right away here against Bruce Samuels.
Oh my gosh.
Scoop body slam.
The Ginger Ninja could end up with a concussion tonight too, Corky.
Well, we're not quite sure, but yes, Hank Miller during that bunkhouse stampede battle royal suffered a concussion we believe was from the spine buster delivered to him by Dangerous Dan. And Dangerous Dan now got Bruce Samuel's
Oh
way
my
up
God.
there.
Look at the strength.
Fireman's carry position. And
Oh my.
slams him right down.
That was brutal.
Now Dangerous Dan. Leg drop. And a cover. That was it.
That was a bit questionable.
Boy, that was really close, but the referee's saying that was a 2 count.
Dangerous
got
Dan,
that,
no
shoulder up
stranger
just
to
in
the
the
bad
nick of
counts.
time. Just as that third whips him into the ropes. And now, spine buster, got him up high. And that'll be it. Dangerous Dan Matthews, victorious here on SOM Live.
I'm just looking, Corky. I think I can see a piece of the ring that you just ran through the bottom of the floor. That was a killer spine buster.
He about drove him right through that mat. That is a devastating maneuver when Dangerous Dan hits that spine buster.
He is determined
What
to become
is
School of
next
Morton champion.
for Dangerous Dan Matthews?
Conan Supercalo, Viano 3, Viano 4, La Parca, Juventud Guerrera, Fuerza Guerrera, Miguel Cotto.
Are you going to bring some more of your Latin dance steps to the ring of SOM?
Oh, sí, bachata, merengue, de salsa, lambada, sí, sí.
Do you have any message for Chad Barnett?
Bandolero, Chad Bartlett, pew pew.
Well, there you have it, folks. Romeo Rodriguez. You'll be seeing him. There you have it, folks. See. There you have it. Spaceman for SOM Live.
All right. These fans in anticipation now of the champ's arrival here at SOM Live. And they are ready.
Are there really people dancing in the crowd right now,
They
Corky?
are dancing. They're getting down for the
I mean,
bow tie stand-up guy.
It's embarrassing. It honestly is.
And there he is, the SOM heavyweight champion, Mook, the BTSG, getting it on here on SOM Live against Chris Jackson. And he is showing off that title belt, and he should be proud.
I wonder if he's going to be able to focus on his opponent tonight with the sounds of chains clacking in the back of his mind.
Of course, you're referring to the chains that the Devastation Incorporation, the Sultan, has been bringing out there. They leveled him a couple weeks ago in January at Winter Warfare. They leveled BTSG with that chain, and now Chris Jackson trying to make a name for himself on SOM Live, going for the quick offense against BTSG.
Oh my gosh. This man is tenacious out here.
It's a vicious front drop kick, I tell you, from Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson, now he's got the BTSG set up, and whoa, backflip there from BTSG. What an athlete. The leg lariat takes down Chris Jackson, and another one. Chris Jackson back up to his feet now, and there's that flying martial arts kick from BTSG. BTSG, he's got him set up for that bow tie driver, and that ought to do it. Yep.
Wow.
3 count. BTSG, the champ, wins again, and he'll be facing the Devastation Incorporation when he tags with the Dooley cousins, Ricky and Silas, in a 6-man tag against Devastation Incorporation. Should be pretty interesting. And that's going down February 10th, right here at the School of Morton. No love lost. All right, folks, we're back here with more SOM Live, and there he is, Chad Bartlett, the loaded gun. And joining me here at this time in the color commentary seat, Judas, the Mad Hatter, manager of the East Tennessee Tag Champions.
As you can see, Chad Bartlett has some business taken care of. He couldn't think of nobody any more worthy than myself to take his spot. So here we are. Right now, Chad Bartlett's going to show you exactly what he's made of. Look at all these idiot fans out here.
And they're chanting empty chamber at Chad Bartlett. There's the bell. And Chad Bartlett. Of course, this match set up after.
Now that's what I'm talking about, Corky. That is excellence. He ought to be part of the EGC if you ask me, pal. I mean, just straight up.
Well, what was that?
I consider that.
Now this started after Chad Bartlett interfered in Romeo Rodriguez's match against Charlie Brown here, and that backfired against him a little bit.
Are you saying something else I didn't understand? I haven't seen that.
Ended up costing Charlie Brown there the match, and now Charlie Brown asking for a match with the loaded gun. Nice bulldog face buster there.
That's the way you get rid of the trash right there. That's exactly the way you get rid of the trash here at School of Morton. Chuck them out. Chuck them out the door.
Well, yep, Chad Bartlett's got Charlie Brown out there, and look, that's Romeo Rodriguez. He just rolled from.
What's he doing out there?
He was underneath the ring.
You know something about this?
And now he's got Chad Bartlett's feet.
You gotta be kidding me.
About
You
his
gotta
fair
be
play, I
kidding.
suppose. You know, Chad Bartlett involving himself in Romeo's match
He
last
suffered the
week.
same kind of injustice we always have here at School of Morton. That ain't fair to my friend here, Chad. It's not fair at all. You know it, and that idiot Bobby Brown knows it. Ricky Morton and everybody, the powers that be knows it. That man didn't deserve that kind of crap. I'm out of here.
Chad Bartlett, the loaded gun. What just happened in there?
This beats anything I've ever seen, Corky. It seems like Commissioner Branham just lets all hell break loose. You had me a little bit You shut your mouth. You had me a little bit irritated, Romeo Rodriguez. But after you just cost me that match, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to step in that ring with me, not for a dance competition. No, now frankly, Corky, I'm pissed off. You're going to have to answer to me. And you're going to have to answer with blood. I'm going to take you and see how well you dance sitting in a wheelchair. And if that don't do it for you, if I can't stop you from walking, I'm going to have a luchador in a coffin. The loaded gun don't play around. That's what you don't understand. You're playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. And I'm about to lay the brains at the back of your head.
All right, folks. Well, the challenge has been made. Not a dance contest, but a match between Chad Bartlett and Romeo Rodriguez. Let's see if it happens. February 10th, will Romeo Rodriguez answer the challenge and say "sí" to the match at No Love Lost here at School of Morton?
This is a fun part of the job. Tony Lewis here at Obin Franklin Motors. Let me introduce you to Pay. Pay just bought himself a Nissan Maxima right here at 911 Louisville Road. Pay, here's your smartwatch. How were you treated today, sir?
I was treated great.
That's fantastic to hear that. Would you recommend us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You heard it. He'd recommend 911 Louisville Road, 865-980-8216. Obin Franklin Motors. Come get your car. What you waiting for?
Big money pays, baby. Big money pays.
Yeah.
Big money pays.
All right, here we go, folks. RT3 set for action here on SOM Live, and there he is.
I thought it smelled like trash in here, Corky.
Would you stop it? RT3.
I mean, come on.
RT3 is a decent young man, heck of a natural athlete. He's got all the tools to get it done in there, and tonight he's taking on Jason Blythe.
The guy who plays by the rules, yet always gets in the ring with a chair. Okay.
He doesn't have a chair in him right now. Takes down Jason Blythe with that clothesline. What is Dangerous Dan Matthews?
Oh, man, this just got
doing out
interesting.
here? Dangerous Dan.
Look at that.
Now he attacked RT3 a few weeks ago at Winter Warfare. You know, it was RT3 just trying to check on Dangerous Dan after that attack from Devastation Incorporation. And
He's plotting.
RT3
He's
set
planning.
up. He hit the spear on Jason Blythe. And 1, 2, 3. Jason Blythe is out of this thing in RT3.
Was he really calling Dangerous Dan Matthews in the
He
ring?
is. You know, Dangerous Dan hit him with that
is
spine
that is
buster
asking
2,
for
3
death by
times.
name. And you see that? That's class. That's class, Corky.
Oh, but-
Dangerous Dan Matthews just brushed off his shoulder and walked back out of the arena. He doesn't want any part of the blown up head that RT3's got. And I beat RT3. How tough can he
You
be?
had your feet on the ropes. We all remember. We all saw it. And, you know, the time is going to come sooner or later where you're going to have to face RT3 once again.
I'm looking forward to it, Corky. I would welcome that with open arms.
Well, and we'll see what happens February 10th. This situation with Dangerous Dan and RT3 seems like it's getting pretty interesting.
Gonna end badly for somebody. Probably not Dangerous Dan Matthews.
Spaceman here for SOM Live. Standing here with the big man RT3. Now, we all seen what Dangerous Dan Matthews did to you. What are you going to do about it?
You know, Dangerous Dan put his hands on me after I came to the ring and tried to assist him, along with BTSG, with the dualies after the Sultan and Prince Malik come in there and attacked him with a chain. I don't know what Dan's problem is. I don't know what it was. But if he puts his hands on me again like that, it's not going to work out good for him in the end.
Well, you just heard that, Dangerous Dan. He ain't playing no games with you. Y'all make sure that on February the 10th that you tune in live for No Love Lost, which will be right here at the School of Morton. This Spaceman signing out. SOM Live.
I can't believe it this time. Mirror Boy, you know who he's here for. Luscious Lawrence back out here. And Maverick, the Heavy Metal Express. Luscious Lawrence really got something to prove. As now we told you at the top of the show last week, he took on 3 men in a tug of war challenge, and now he's put it out there, 4 men against 1 in a tug of war. I don't even know if a guy as strong as Luscious Lawrence
That's
could
the
do
question,
4
Corky.
men.
That's the question. Is it possible? Is it humanly possible? I have a feeling Mr. Juicy himself is going to show us here today that yes, in fact, it is.
Well, after seeing him take 3 on last week, I'm less skeptical about him, his chances with 4 now. I mean,
Well, not only has he beaten them in the tug of war, Corky, but he throws them to the ground and just starts stomping these guys.
yep, and well, those muscles ain't just pretty. He is a strong individual, strong as they come. Luscious Lawrence putting a heart up to his haters there.
You know, I feel like a special moment just happened. Did we just agree on something?
Well, we agree that that Luscious Lawrence is a powerful individual. I mean, that's without question. I mean, you'd have to be a fool not to see this is a strong guy, strong enough to defeat 4 in a tug of war.
My God.
We'll see about that. Now, this is definitely the biggest challenge so far, and he did it again. I don't know that he did officially win that. He's got 4 guys in there that. He hit the one-night stand on Bruce Samuels, and now Jason Blythe, is he going to choke him again with that rope? I can't believe Jason Blythe even came back for more of this. Mirror Boy hits him with the mirror. Hey, that's 7 years bad luck. Knee to the face from Maverick. What have these guys got to prove?
He's still got rope burn on his neck from the last time.
No, he wants Hank Miller. Why is he taking it out on Jason Blythe?
He's proven a point, Corky. He's the real machine.
We know.
The Iron Line, Mr. Juicy.
He knows Hank Miller is not here. Hank Miller will be here February 10th at No Love Lost here at the School of Morton. He will be back in action.
Oh, he's watching at home, Corky, and the hairs are standing up on end.
Well, Heavy Metal Express proved what a bunch of bullies they can be. I'm standing here with the Heavy Metal Express. Maverick, the Mirror Boy, and Luscious Lawrence, who just incredibly defeated 4 men.
This is what I'm talking about, Corky. The Heavy Metal Express is not playing games. People do not understand it. How many people does Luscious Lawrence have to beat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter. Bring out whoever you want. Luscious Lawrence is going to beat him because the Heavy Metal Express doesn't play games. Tell him what's up, Luscious.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most luscious of them all? And like you said, Corky, 4 guys, 10 guys, the whole roster. Bring them all out, and I'm laying them out. And remember, real men wear pink.
Where's your pink, punk?
Yeah, I don't have any, but, 5 guys, 10 guys, he doesn't care, but he's got one guy to worry about February 10th, and that's the East Tennessee champion, Hank the Machine Miller, who's going to be defending his championship against that man, Luscious Lawrence, and that's going down February 10th right here at the School of Morton. No love lost. And you can see that man, Luscious Lawrence.
Let me tell you something. Stop talking about Hank Miller. Hank Miller's a punk. Luscious, tell these people what the hell you're going to do to Hank Miller. I'm sick of his name. Tell him. Tell him right now. You're going to put him in the ground. You're going to finish him. You're going to bury him. Then you're going to grind him up, and you're going to eat him like macaroni and cheese. That's what you're going to do.
The East Tennessee championship on the line. Hank the Machine Miller against Luscious Lawrence. Let's see if everything Maverick just said can come true. That's going down right here at the School of Morton. No love lost. February 10th, 5 p.m.
Hello, I'm Ricky Morton, and I'm here with Alan, the owner of Pop's Barbecue and Sauces. And let me tell you something. In my whole lifetime, nobody has ever called me late for supper, especially when it comes to Pop's Barbecue. I'm talking about making your tongue slap your brains out. Man, come and check it out. Some of the greatest stuff. My wife and I, we use it on a lot of different things. Try it. You'll love it.
Spaceman here with SOM Live with the Dooley cousins, Silas and Ricky. And you guys have some information to give us tonight, don't you?
That's correct, Spaceman. We got ourselves an announcement tonight. We just recently had a family reunion, which we had to do some far-reaching. Now, I'm not even going to try to go through the bloodlines of how this worked, but we found ourselves a very distant cousin. I'd like to introduce Al Dooley.
Al Dooley, everybody.
Now, we'll let it happen. Now, I'm a little reluctant to this. We're going to see what happens here because he is a distant relative. And as you can see, he wears a mask because he is hideous and beardless. A face that would make a blind man see and gouge his eyes back out.
Brothers, Doolies.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
The BTSG, the SOM Heavyweight Champions, just came up on the scene, and you guys got a 6-man tag match with Devastation Incorporation coming up at No Love Lost. What you got to say about that, BTSG?
You know what, Spaceman, I have this to say. I need to hand out a little bit of boss talk to the Sultan. You know what? I say them operas act with confidence, but not up in my midst. I catch her to a scheme quick, so homie, watch your lips. Everything that you're doing, I see. And this time, you're not going to be able to attack me from behind. Each of you will be right in front of our faces. And the Doolies and the BTSG, we've got your number.
I hope that number's in the single digits, too. But yeah, if that's it, we got him.
All right, Al Dooley, you got anything to say?
It's nice to meet you, BTSG. I'm sorry. Pleasure's on my Al. Thank you. Welcome to my house.
That's just embarrassing.
You guys make sure that you tune in to No Love Lost. That's going to be February 10th on SOM Live. This is Spaceman for SOM Live signing off.
All right, folks, I'm standing here with the Devastation Incorporation, Prince Malik, the Sultan of Dubai. Now, Sultan, you won your match against Bruce Samuels today, but now coming up February 10th, you got a big 6-man tag team match against BTSG and the Doolies. And now, I wonder, Prince Malik, we've known you as a manager, not so much as an in-ring competitor. What can you tell us about your preparation for getting in the ring February 10th?
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, Mr. Corky, because some of the guys in the locker room or some of the people in the audience might question the ability of Prince Malik. But all of those questions will be put to bed when I do step into the squared circle. So next week, I will show not only my skills, I will show BTSG why we are Devastation Incorporation.
Well, now I also wonder, now where has the Onslaught been all this time? We haven't seen him in a little while. What's going on with the Onslaught? He hasn't been seen since you lost the tag team championship.
You are a very noisy person, Mr. Corky. Those are questions that you should not even be asking, all right? So don't worry about our Onslaught. You need to worry about the Sultan. You need to worry about Prince Malik. And do not worry about Mr. Onslaught. And that is it, Corky.
All right, folks, well, you heard it next week right here on SOM Live. Prince Malik going to be showcasing those wrestling skills, and that's all in preparation for that big 6-man tag team match that's going down February 10th at No Love Lost right here at the School of Morton and live on YouTube and Facebook, 5 p.m. February 10th. No Love Lost.
Wild, and he was crazy, and he was scream and yell and whoop mercy. He come out, started dancing, baby.
Jimmy Valiant was 300 pounds. Looked like he was chiseled out of rock.
He made you feel like you was in the ring with him.
He never stopped around the ring, go out there shaking hands with people. Every time he would see me around the ring, he'd go, "Willie, I love you!" And he'd turn me over a little bit, and he'd give me a big kiss. And yes, they were wet, and no, I didn't enjoy it.
Whether the people loved him or whether they hated him, Handsome Jimmy was just nuts. Jimmy be beating me up on the floor or something. Old lady hit him with a cane. I mean, she hated him. As soon as he saw the people, or as soon as he saw the red light on a TV camera, he turned it on. Getting the people into it and getting a pop, Jimmy Valiant is the king.
That electricity he puts out draws you in.
When Jimmy was in the ring, it was, you wanted the good guy to win. You know, when they cut his hair, people cried. I'll never forget that.
I'm Hoot. And I'm Punky. And you're watching SOM Live.
What in the world is this?
Al Dooley.
Is it another Dooley?
That's good old Al Dooley, yeah.
More redneck just what we needed.
He said that he's the Dooley so ugly they had to cover up his face.
At least they did us that courtesy, Corky.
Yep, that's a Dooley, all right. And
here they come.
There's the manager, Judas. The Mad Hatter. Well, I tell you what, Chad Barlow, that Judas is a big fan of yours.
I mean, he's a brilliant man. He really is. Along with the other members of the EGC. I mean, they're real talent, real champions. And I can't wait to see them kick the crap out of this Dooley reject.
Well, yeah, Al Dooley and Sir Brian Jeffries. These fans always love to see a Dooley boy out here. They love the whole family here in Chucky. The local boys, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they all look a lot alike. I wish there were some masks on some of these members of the crowd.
Hey.
Oh my God!
Whoa, Al
Get him
Dooley.
off of him, Rip!
Biting Brian Jeffries' finger there.
He just
bit
into his
He didn't
finger.
like the taste of that. But that's, that's kind of like what Ricky Dooley did here a few months ago on SOM Live when he wrestled Brian Jeffries. Little biting on the hand. Now, come on, we can't have that. I know this is Brian Jeffries, but still.
Is he doing it again?
Is he?
No!
Is he gonna do it again?
Oh
He's
my
biting
God!
that again.
What is the referee needs to get him out of here, throw him out of the match. This is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he should throw him out of the match, but I agree that's got to stop. We can't keep doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Although, yep, now Brian Jeffries.
You got a fired up Sir
Got him
Brian
in that
Jeffries
corner.
on your hand.
Brian Jeffries, the arrogant gentleman, snapmare takeover on Al Dooley. And he wants to, I don't know if he wants to see him. Is he trying to pull that mask off?
Please don't.
Yeah, we were told that he's so ugly that we don't ever want to see that face.
I've got a family. I'm not trying to.
Brian Jeffries stomping away on Al Dooley now.
Could be one of those monsters from Bird Box, Corky. We don't want to see it.
Brian Jeffries hits the back elbow on Al Dooley.
Honey, here he
And
goes
now
for it
he's
again.
once again going for that mask. We don't want to, is Brian Jeffries going to have to pay for the camera lens if that face of Al Dooley cracks the camera lens?
Well, they're champions. They make a lot of money. I don't think he's worried about that camera. Ooh!
Al Dooley fighting back with a clothesline and a back elbow now as Brian Jeffries finds himself whipped into the ropes. So no, reversal from Brian Jeffries, but Al Dooley fires back with that back elbow. And these fans at SOM chanting Dooley.
Judas up on the apron. They are into it over there.
Judas in there. You don't want to cause this kind of distraction for the EGC. Uh-oh. He tried to hit him with that East Tennessee tag belt and hit that chin breaker.
No,
Wait a minute. I've seen that move before.
This idiot Dooley comes out here.
Dooley, yeah.
Causing destruction.
Al Dooley has defeated one half of the East Tennessee Tag Team Champions. What was that?
Did you see?
That looked like. Well, that's all for tonight on SOM Live, folks. We want to thank you all for joining us. And pretty interesting development here tonight. Now, what happened in that matchup between Al Dooley and Brian Jeffries?
I think we have enough of the idiot redneck Dooleys running around in the School of Morton, but somehow they drag another one out of whatever Bodunk Woods it is that they live in. So now we got to put up with, they say, one of the ugliest men the world has ever seen. In fact, they got to keep a mask on him out of fear for messing up our cameras and the equipment here at the School of Morton.
Yeah, Judas and the EGC got a peek under that. And now, hey, how about a year next week, right here at the School of Morton, February 10th, No Love Lost.
I'm looking forward to it, Corky. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of people with scores to settle, and I just so happen to be one of them. When it comes time...
I'm not gonna bandolero. Pew pew.
Are you freaking serious?
Whoa.
Get out of my way, Corky.
Folks, join us next week for more SOM Live.